Let's get our next question here. This was sent to CornyDriveThru@gmail.com from David Diamante. My question is about professional wrestlers and their political affiliations. I recently saw on Twitter a photo that showed Chris Jericho donated $3,000 to Donald Trump's campaign during the month of October. I have been a massive fan of Jericho during his WCW, WWE, and the first half of his AEW run while he was still champion. However, hearing that he could support a man like Trump has absolutely ruined him for me. My question is a two-parter. Does hearing this information make you dislike Jericho even more? And do you have any stories about wrestlers and their insane political beliefs?
Well, answer the first question. It doesn't make me dislike Chris more because I never, even with all the shit he's been doing, I haven't, till I heard about this, disliked him as a person. I am astonished. I am shocked. I am dismayed. I am disappointed that he's doing this shit to the wrestling business when he doesn't have to. And that he attained a status where he could go where he wants to go and do what he wants to do. And instead of trying to fucking make these guys respect the business and make them achieve and excel and or be honest with them when they shouldn't be in the business at all, guy sticks his hands in his pockets or dwarf dong sucker, he's fucking going along with it for a fucking paycheck because he has to know that it's the shits. That's why I've been disappointed, but it didn't make me dislike him. It made me wonder what the fuck he's thinking and why he has to do, and why that nobody can just take some type of stand of self-respect of what's going on in the wrestling business and say, if they want me to be involved, they're going to have to do it right, or I'm going to put my foot down and I'm not going to be. If more guys would do that, the guys with names, the guys with the ability to, then maybe you could nip it in the bud. Now I'm like you. I just saw this on Twitter today, knowing that he's giving money to Donald Trump. Yes, now I do dislike him because I've got fucking rules and I got standards, and he's fucking goddamn backed me into a corner. Because the same thing is, do you know who I blocked on Twitter like day before yesterday?
I don't know if you want me to guess. I don't know.
Guess.
Brian Armstrong.
No. Harry Smith.
Oh, really?
Harry Smith, British Bulldogs, Davy Boy Jr. And all I did was I turn on Twitter, and there I see a tweet from him apropos of nothing that I knew of that was a conversation. He just tweeted, well, I just want to make sure everybody knows who I'm voting for, and tweeted a picture of a fucking Trump 2020 fucking, I think it was either a cap or a mask or a sign or something, or imagine that, a Trump 2020 mask. And so I had to write back. I said, I hate to do this because we've never had a fucking word, but I have rules and a block rule and you just broke it. If I find out that someone that follows me on Twitter is a Trump fuck, I will block them. Now, I don't go through and examine everybody. I don't have time. I'm not going to examine everybody's goddamn profile. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, if you want to speak to me, much less follow me on Twitter, be a Trump supporter like most people watch bestiality videos or do fucking homemade meth or whatever in your own home with curtains drawn, and don't let anybody know about it because you should be ashamed of yourself. If I don't know, then I won't block you, and I'll still speak to you. But if you come up to me and you say, I love Donald Trump, or you fucking tweet that I'm a Trump supporter, or you in any way make yourself known as being part of the problem that this piece of fucking shit is destroying the country, the world, and everybody's fucking lives, fuck you. So now that we got that out of the way, yeah, I had to block fucking Harry Smith. And I don't know what to think of the people, some people that you have always thought, you've lived your whole life, thought, well, that guy's okay. Or that person's on the ball, or that person's a heck of a person, or that. Then you find out this, and you can never look at that person the same way again because you now know that there is something wrong with them mentally. Whether you're a Republican or not's immaterial. If you support Donald Trump, there's something wrong with you. I may have said all kinds of things about Republicans in the past, and I really mean them. But you can still find examples of them being human beings. John McCain probably didn't turn out to be too bad of a fucking guy. But it's not even about a political party. It's about being a gullible sucker, about listening to an obvious idiot who lies every time he opens his mouth, is only concerned with himself. Everything wrong with Donald Trump was obvious the first time that we saw him. Through the whole first presidential campaign, it has been borne out by all the facts and all the evidence and all the books and all the testimony. There's been no surprises. We knew what a piece of garbage he was, to what extent. And I know some people may have been surprised at the extent of a piece of garbage he is. I wasn't. This has all been predicted. Nothing is shocking. And for anybody at this point to still say, oh, yeah, he's my, fuck you. There's something wrong with you mentally. You're fucking a lot of people around, and I don't want to be around you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want you in my fucking life. Get the fuck off. Get the fuck off my property. Get the fuck off my Twitter. Get the fuck off my telephone. Get the fuck out of my life. Because you and people like you have fucked a lot of people around and caused a lot of fucking problems with this goddamn shit just because you can't fucking figure out a con man, a fraud, a sucker, an asshole, a liar, a charlatan, and an egomaniac. But otherwise than that, I didn't dislike Chris until I found out he gave money to Donald Trump.
Did you see the story about Chris Jericho when he voted the other day?
No, I didn't. Now how does this stuff keep on coming? Did they take a picture of him voting for Trump?
He apparently took a picture of himself right after he voted with the I voted sticker on his eye. And seemingly he used MS Paint, which is a program where you can color, to color in his bald spot with what is clearly...
No.
Yes, he did. I'm looking at the picture right now. A couple people have sent this in the last hour. He tried to
send it to me.
I'm going to send this to you. It's so
send
ridiculous.
It to me because he literally took a picture of himself saying, I just voted, and took time to fucking airbrush him some hair into the picture.
Airbrushing would be a very kind way of stating this.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
This looks like one of my children drawing with their finger, like finger painting on your phone. This is embarrassing. Well, there it is. Midlife Chris and other...
And here's what in the world would Chris Jericho... How could he fall for Donald Trump? He's in a business where fucking... You work people, and he would know what a fucking liar this guy is. And he's not a young person anymore, but I knew him when he was a young person. I just can't understand why anybody under the age of like 60 that's not a fucking, rich white billionaire or a goddamn religious fanatic would see anything that this guy could possibly do for you. Why would... Good God, I don't understand.
AEW is really into comedy. The Young Bucks on their YouTube show, they do their comedy, and there's all these funny comedy segments on the Dynamite television show. I want to pitch an idea for a good comedy segment. I want them to take their most hardcore fans, the people who love AEW the most, the people who love the Young Bucks the most, and sit them down and film the room and have Chris Jericho and the Young Bucks share their views on religion and politics with their most hardcore fans, just so we can watch their heads explode.
Well, now, wait, I know the Young Bucks, in addition to being the, right-wingers, are also the religious nuts. But is Chris found God now? Was he under the couch cushion the whole time? Is Chris religious?
I can't speak to Chris's religion, but I could say that his political views...
His political beliefs, apparently, are off-kilter.
Very in tune with the Young Bucks' beliefs, from what I gather.
What's the matter with people?
You should have known something was wrong when he went for the shooting star press a few hours before the biggest match of his career.
I thought he was just young and excited. I didn't realize it was going to be a lifelong pattern, doing stupid things in public.